On February 1st, 1902, police officer Mark W. Allen became the first police officer killed in the line of duty in Chester, Pennsylvania. Wow. 21 gun salute to Officer Mark W. Allen. We're going to play this video, ladies and gentlemen, that shows you parts of Chester back in the 1902 era up until now. And this video is going to shock and amaze you once we get into Media, Delaware County. Let's begin. He was on an intervening in a domestic dispute on the southeast corner of 3rd and Pusey, where he was fatally shot in the head by a male suspect. On 3rd and Pusey, on the corner of 3rd and Pusey, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to show you what 3rd and Pusey looked like in 1901, and then we're going to show you what 3rd and Pusey look like now. Let's go. The suspect was apprehended, tried, convicted, and sentenced to death. The following 3 photos were taken of the murder scene by Stephen H. Appleton, a photographer from Media, Pennsylvania, as evidence in the case. See the footnote at the end of the video for more on the fate of the killer. The first view is the murder location on the corner of 3rd and Pusey. Let's pause that. This was 3rd and Pusey, ladies and gentlemen, 1901. The corner of 3rd and Pusey. That's what 3rd and Pusey looked like. And this is 3rd and Pusey now. Right on the corner of 3rd and Pusey. This was 2023 photo of 3rd and Pusey. And the first scene of 3rd and Pusey was 1901. Totally different, right? Totally different. Let's go. View looking east on 3rd Street at the corner. That's coming from, this section here is coming from Carlin Street, which is the east side. Looking at 3rd and Pusey. So where it's coming from Carlin Street coming up, that's what it looked like. Let's go. I'm sorry, that might have been the, because this view here looked like the west, coming from the west. Same shot, so it was coming from the west. I'm sorry, it said the east on there, but that was the west. Because the east would be coming from Carlin Street, which is straight ahead on that corner on the bottom left. So this coming down past B&C's, Lloyd, and then Pusey. Wow. See where he made a mistake and put looking from the east, but it was the west on 3rd Street at the corner of Pusey. Let's go. Let's pause it there. That's coming from the west of Pusey, not the east, the west. Totally different. That would have been the blue room down there on that corner down there. I'm gonna point it out to the people. Down here was the blue room, around that area down there. Then you got Caldwell's Auto Body Shop and the whole nine. Let's go. Let's pause that.
Got skills, so you make it happen.
Alright.
Like y'all youngins just don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Third photo in Sirius. View looking west, which is east on 3rd from the murder location of the police officer. Now we're going east now. He got it mixed up. See? Now this shot is coming from Curlin, which is coming from the east, ladies and gentlemen. See the trolley tracks? Y'all ain't know that, did y'all? It was trolleys that ran straight through 3rd back in the day. See the tracks? Here come the trolley right there. This is the coming from the east on 3rd Street, past Curlin, to the murder scene. Let's go. Pause that. Bam. On 3rd.
Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen.
This view is looking west at 9th Street Bridge at Chester Creek. Note the Chester High School in the center left and the Chester Hospital on the right.
Pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention. Let's go. Just pause that. That's the Chester Creek, which is the bridge. That's the bridge that run back there by the Y. Wow, yeah. That bridge old back there by the Y. What's that? 9th and Welsh or some shit like that?
You got Baker. There's 9th and Barkley. 9th and Baker. Remember Chester High is on Baker Street though.
Right. On Penn Street.
What is that street right there? Before you get to that's the street too. That's they own street too. Before you get to the liquor store, the thing.
And Chester High was on the right hand side.
Well, coming from the east. I'm coming from the east. It'd be on the right hand side. Remember?
Right.
Right.
Wow.
Look at that.
And that bridge stood back there, half of it. Back there where the old Y used to be at.
Nah, man. Hold up. You crossed it.
Yeah. This is 9th Street, ladies and gentlemen. Right there where the liquor store at on 9. Across from the old trucking company.
That's Chester High to the right, and that's Chester Hospital to the left.
Yeah, wow.
And we used to have to go over the bridge on 9th Street.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. 1902, ladies and gentlemen.
And there it is, the bridge. Wow.
Wow, look at that.
In Chester High.
Right. And where the Chester Hospital was at, they knocked that down and made houses.
Right, and where over there to the left is where the Chester Hospital was at, but they knocked it down and made houses over there.
And they built Chester High School over it.
And they redid Chester High over.
And the whole bridge too.
And the whole bridge.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow, you can still see the old.
Mm-hmm. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that.
You only gonna get that over here on Chester, City of Chester News TV.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Damn, amazing, ain't it? How that transformation look.
For all of us born.
Way before our time.
Exactly.
We were still in the
Wasn't even thought of.
right, wasn't even thought of yet. This had to be what? This 2023 picture here. But that other shot, that was in the 1902 or something like that.
Yeah.
Damn. Let's go back to that, ladies and gentlemen.
Ain't Did nobody even know there was a whole bridge like that?
Nah, I didn't. Yeah.
This is 9th Street, ladies and gentlemen. That's Chester High on the right, and that's Chester Hospital on the left. We're on the east looking west,
Right.
going towards Curling Street.
Right.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
Ain't that a difference?
Wow.
1902.
Dirt road.
Look at that. Look
Dirt
at that bridge.
road. Wow.
Ain't that about a difference?
Damn.
Now check it out, ladies and gentlemen, nowadays. Whole difference.
Totally different.
No hospital to the left no more. All houses.
In another case, a man named Peter Melody was driving a horse and wagon on West 9th Street when he was struck by a trolley. Wow.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we ain't even know we had trolleys, huh?
Right. Right. Damn. Melody and the horse were both killed. Melody and the horse were both killed November 26, 1901. Wow. Let's go.
Check that out.
Look at that.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
Was that on 9th Street?
That's on 9th Street.
Where he was struck and killed, him and his horse?
Yeah.
Damn. By a trolley. See the trolley tracks? So trolley tracks ran on 9th Street and 3rd Street. Where all the buses run now.
Yup.
Wow.
Yup.
So the SEPTA buses took the place of the trolleys, ladies and gentlemen.
There wasn't no trains, it was trolleys.
Right. Our buses.
And no, it was horses and wagons.
Horses and wagons and trolleys.
Right.
That's it. Wow. Wow, that's on 9th and Ingle. That was 9th and Ingle, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's start that over. Well, we had 9th Street, we ain't say no.
Right. Just said 9th Street. Damn, that was on 9th and Ingle.
It sure is.
Where Melanie was struck, him and his horse, and killed.
And November 26, 1901.
01. That's right. Wow.
That was 9th and Ingle.
Damn. Let's take a look at 9th and Ingle, ladies and gentlemen.
One more time. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at 9th and Ingle.
Wow.
Ain't that hell of a difference?
Totally
It
different.
wasn't no stores or none of that right there.
Nothing, not even the street. Where the street at?
Right.
That go down Ingle.
Right. It wasn't none. It was trolley. It was for the trolleys.
Damn.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. No action there. There's people walking. And here comes the trolley.
No park? Where the park?
No, none of that. No stores, none of that.
Damn.
Look at 9th and Ingle. Look, check that out.
That's 9th and Ingle, ladies and gentlemen.
1901.
Damn. Now let's check it out now.
Look, check that out, ladies and gentlemen. 9th and Ingle.
9th and Ingle.
And look how it look now. Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
The last Chester photo is a group of houses at 2nd and Beaven Street. The area was known as Bethel Court, 1954. About a year before demolish of the area. Let's check it out. 2nd. Let's pause that. 2nd Street here, ladies and gentlemen. Belleville Street. Before the houses was demolished. Wow. History. It's history right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is history. Let's go. Let's continue. Damn. Let's pause that. So that's back there where Kimberly Clark at now. Wow. Better known before Kimberly Clark as Scott Paper. It was called Scott Paper before Kimberly Clark. Totally different, right? Wow. Wow. Let's go.
Checking out Eddie Stone coming up.
Eddie Stone?
Yeah.
Extensive what? Vacation? Nah. That's so fun.
Every year they definitely in our county did it.
Right.
I always thought they was on the south side, like down south and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all are lucky people. Tell me nowadays, man. Straight up. That shoes, they lucky people ain't ever had. We don't got that now. You know, a lot of people would go home, bitch. You feel me?
Right.
A lot of people would be dead by now. Fucking around with media. You feel me? But they still had that shit. You know what I mean?
Real.
Baby, did you ever know that?
Mm-mm.
That it was something as a death penalty in this time. I mean, in our area.
Mm-mm.
Especially not immediate, right? But see, that's the main courthouse. That's the main where everybody got to go for real. Over town is just local. You feel me?
Right.
That's why everybody got to go immediate. You know what I mean? To domestic relations, to probation, parole. You feel me? That's oh man, they lucky they don't got that no more. Baby, I never knew there was such thing as death penalty around in this area, in media. Yeah, I never knew. Did you?
Hell no.
I always thought they kept that on the south, like you know what I mean?
Right.
You know,
the courthouse underwent an intensive renovation and expansion around 1910, 1913 to give it the appearance that it has today. Let's go. Let's pause. That's the front of the media courthouse in 1900s. Wow. Let's go. And that's what it looks like now to this day. When you out media, Pennsylvania. And to the right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the FBI building that was located out media. COINTELPRO building was located on the right-hand side of this corner here, ladies and gentlemen. Back in 1972, COINTELPRO.
The building housing the FBI's former Media, Pennsylvania resident agency is located at 1 Veterans Square, Media, Pennsylvania, 19063. It was from the second floor of this unassuming mixed-use apartment and office complex that activists stole over 1,000 secret documents on March 8, 1971, ultimately exposing the FBI's illegal COINTELPRO operations to the American public. CNN, +6, view related links. The heist and the building.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Media PA. A lot of people say media is biased when it comes to, being tried as any American. But majority African Americans, they say it's a lot of bias out media. Do I agree? Yes and no. Because there has been some cases where as though they should have been thrown out, which was convictions for petty crimes. And when I mean petty crimes, I mean something that could have been thrown out in their local courts. But anyway, let's get to this video here, y'all. I'll let y'all make that decision. We still out media, ladies and gentlemen. But it's gonna shock and amaze you what went on in media that a whole lot of us didn't know. I didn't even know until I came across this video. Yeah, it shocked and amazed me when I came across this video and I said, what? They did what? That's me. That's about Manchester. When you leave in media, Manchester nursing home used to be a view of South Ave looking towards Media Courthouse. A trolley sets. Wow. It was nothing but trolleys, y'all, back in the day. In Delaware County, period. But there's the courthouse right there, as you can see. Totally different, right? Totally different. West side on Orange Street, between Baker Street and Baltimore Pike in 1966. Wow. Look how I look now. Right there, y'all. That's the bank across there. All right, let's pause this right here. Regarding police officer Mark W. Allen, that was unalived in Chester on Pusey, on 3rd and Pusey. We did this video, ladies and gentlemen. We did this scene here on 3rd and Pusey, but police officer Mark W. Allen Jr. was the first Chester City policeman killed in the line of duty, passing away on February 1st, 1902. He was shot while intervening in a domestic dispute at 3rd and Pusey Streets. The suspect, Albert West, was convicted of murder and hanging at the jail in Media on April 23rd, 1903. How many of y'all knew that? That Media used to hang convicts. Huh? In the incident around 11:20 p.m., Officer Allen observed a man arguing with a woman and waving a revolver. He stepped between them and ordered the suspect to put his pistol away. When Officer Allen attempted to arrest the man by grabbing his coat, West shot him in the leg and head. The suspect, Albert West, in labor fled the scene, but was apprehended hiding in a nearby barn in Derby the following day. The trial. West was tried and convicted of the murder, ultimately facing execution by hanging. How many of y'all knew that? They used to hang people in media. Let's go. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all getting educated today. Told you we do a little bit of teaching, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But for sure, this is history. I never knew this until I ran across this video. And I'm going to share the channel of the man who put this video out there. He has a YouTube channel, and I'm going to share his channel. It's only right that I do. He was hung at the Media jail behind the courthouse. Let's pause that. This is where he was hung at, ladies and gentlemen, behind the courthouse, out in Media. But what's going to shock and amaze you, that building right there is the domestic relation building. When you first go out there, when a female open up or a male open up a case on domestic relation, out Media. You first go to that courthouse, not that courthouse, but you go to this building here, which is located right behind the courthouse. And let's go. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. Let's pause it right there. You all know that building right there. That's the building they first opened up the case for child support, domestic relation, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, just the first step. Second step is the courthouse around the corner around there, the juvenile court. Then the third process is the main courthouse. But this is the building here, ladies and gentlemen, where they hung Albert West, a convicted felon for shooting the first police officer in Chester in the line of duty, shot him in the leg and the head, and was hung here at this building here, out media. But this is what the building looked like before. It looks like that now before they renovated it. Here's another picture of the building here before they renovated the building, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the building here, what it looked like in the past. But that building's still staying there to this day out media. It just looked totally different. Renovated totally different. That what sits in back of the courthouse out media. And there what it looks like today. Our media PA. Wow. Amazing, ain't it, ladies and gentlemen? What you learn when you learn something new every day when you're paying attention. Don't nobody know everything. Trust me. This blew my mind when I came across this video. But I most definitely got to share the man channel who shared this video. Let's pause it. Here's a photo of police officer Mark W. Allen Jr., first police officer in Chester killed in the line of duty. 21 gun salute. He was 32 years of age. There's a picture of him. Right there, ladies and gentlemen.
There.
Police officer Mark Allen was shot and killed after responding to a domestic disturbance call near 3rd and Pusey Streets. After arriving on the scene, he was shot in the leg and head by the male suspect. Officer Allen was transported to a local hospital where he succumbed to his wounds. The suspect was apprehended, sentenced to death, and executed on April 23, 1903. Officer Allen was survived by his parents. Incident details. Reflections. Police officer Mark Allen was shot and killed after responding to a domestic disturbance call near 3rd and Pusey Streets. After arriving on the scene, he was shot in the leg and head by the male suspect. Officer Allen was transported to a local hospital where he succumbed to his wounds. The suspect was apprehended, sentenced to death, and executed on April 23, 1903. Officer Allen was survived by his parents. Incident details. Reflections.
Right. Go.
The first execution at the In Media, PA, which operated at the corner of N. Orange Street and W. 2nd Street, Albert West. Albert West execution. Sentenced for murder, he was the first person known to be hanged at the media facility.
Shout out to Greg's Speeding on YouTube for letting me borrow some of his content to make this video.
And letting us know that there's a such thing as hanging in the media.
And letting us know that there's a such thing as hanging in media.
1902.
1902. Shout out to Greg Spedding. Here's his channel, ladies and gentlemen. Go over there and check him out. Give you a little introduction what he got going on. His videos. Some of his videos here. Y'all want to get over there, sub to his channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell too. Shout out to Greg.
The shot out Chester, PA.
The shouting out Chester, PA. 21 gun salute. Peace.